A new quarterback option has emerged for the Jets, and it's a familiar name, Jet fans. Derek Carr reuniting with Bill Musgrave. New coaching staff. Oh, we've got a lot to get into. Boy Green Daily, you know it. It starts now.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Leston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. We have a full article in the YouTube description down below on this very topic matter. Thanks, everybody, for joining on in. If you're coming on in on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button, whether you are watching live or after the fact. Also, shout out to our Facebook listeners, our Twitter listeners, or audio listeners, no matter where you happen to be enjoying the program. We appreciate it there in the audience. By the way, real quick, we have Mother Effing Chew gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, a YouTube membership, baby. Appreciate you, MFC. Let's add that to your total. That is 7 raffle tickets for Mother Effing Chew this offseason. And by the way, striped underwear. You just received a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Welcome to the family. All right, let's get into it, folks. There's a lot to unpack here. So let's go piece by piece. There was a trade pitch thrown out there by the Saints Wire of a trade between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets for Derek Carr. Let's quickly give the backstory and then get into the trade. Derek Carr retired last offseason from the New Orleans Saints. He retired. He had some injury complications. He said, you know what, I'm just going to retire. He retires. He heals up. He's feeling healthy and froggy now. There's been some rumors that he could come out of retirement for the right situation this offseason. When he retired, he still had 2 years left on his $150 million contract. So that would obviously have to be reworked. But the most important piece of that puzzle is the Saints have Derek Carr's rights. So they don't want to lose him for nothing. So they want to potentially trade him if he still wants to play. Here's the other factor here, which is going to make this a potentially awkward staring contest. As soon as Derek Carr decides to come out of retirement, his contract is back on the books for the Saints. They don't want Derek Carr's contract on their books, so they want to trade him expeditiously to make sure that contract doesn't F up what they already have cooking. So if Derek Carr wants to play, of course, he's not going to play for the Saints because Tyler Shuck was a finalist for the Offensive Rookie of the Year, so they're pretty good at quarterback, but they don't want to lose Derek Carr for nothing. So they're going to ask for a price, but who's going to pay the price? And then you insert the Jets, and probably other teams are going to be interested in Derek Carr's services because, well, the quarterback market sucks. So Derek Carr will be an option. So demand will be higher for Derek Carr, which means that the price for Derek Carr could increase. But again, the Saints at the same time don't want that contract on the books. So it's sort of an awkward staring contest. If you're too stingy, the Jets or any other team, Derek Carr could be traded somewhere else. If you're too stingy and you're the Saints, it could mess up your cap situation in terms of holding on too long trying to get the better price. So with all that being said, here was the offer made by the New Orleans Saints' writer from the Saints Wire. This is the package that he suggested. Let's throw it up here on the big board. He said the Jets received Derek Carr. Okay, great. We got our quarterback. But the Saints receive a 4th rounder and a 6th rounder, 103 overall and 206 overall. And my reaction is, whoa. 2 picks and a 4 and a 6? Now, on one hand, you get your quarterback. Okay, that helps. Now, what version of Derek Carr are we getting if we potentially pull off this move? Now, quarterback off season, maybe you got to pay a little bit more than before, but a 4 and a 6. I don't love that price, I'm going to be honest. And as I just mentioned, the Saints don't want Derek Carr's contract on the books, but the Jets could be competing with other teams. So I'm like, it could be. To me, this is a little pricey. I'd be a little bit lower on the scale. day 3 stuff, which technically both of these picks are day 3 stuff, but I'm talking about later day 3 stuff. Let's talk about a potential 5th. The Jets are projected to get a couple of bonus 5th round picks of comp picks. Well, maybe we can use some of those. Those are tradable assets. Maybe that's where potentially we go here if we're set to make a trade. So so my initial reaction is, little pricey, quite frankly. But, different strokes, different folks. By the way, we also have it up on our YouTube poll. We have 2 choices, of course. And the poll is, okay, do you want Derek Carr as the QB1 of the New York Jets in 2026? Yes, better than the other options, or no, that would be terrible. So feel free to vote for the rest of the show. We'll check in on that on YouTube here throughout the program. So that's the raw deal here of the trade and what it would look like. But we'll leave this up, I guess, while we're talking here. So this was sparked last week because, well, for the Jets anyway, 3 years ago, they aggressively pursued Derek Carr. I was looking back through my old Derek Carr Jets notes to see how serious the Jets were, and they were head over heels for Derek Carr until the possibility of Aaron Rodgers came up. We all know how that worked out. But the Jets were head over heels for him. Now, that was a previous coaching staff and a previous regime, of course. So, take that for what you will. But they were interested previously in Derek Carr. They met with Derek Carr multiple times at the combine, in their facilities. They met with Derek Carr. And they were in consideration for Derek Carr. Then they pivoted Aaron Rodgers. He goes to the Saints. And it's forever the NFL. What would have happened if he came here instead of Aaron Rodgers? And we'll potentially never know that. But the fact of the matter is they wanted him a couple of years ago. Now, in theory, it makes more sense than ever because the Jets announced their full offensive coaching staff yesterday, and I want to get into a different point of that later. But the point I want to bring up now is Bill Musgrave is the Jets' new quarterbacks coach, which I think is a seismic upgrade over Charles London, who was here before. But Bill Musgrave was the offensive coordinator for Derek Carr in Oakland when it was. I know it's Vegas, but when it was Oakland, he was the offensive coordinator for 2 seasons. And Bill Musgrave and Derek Carr, I'm just going to be honest, folks, they cooked when they were together. Now, it was a decade ago, so consider that for what you will. But they made some magic happen, baby. They absolutely made some magic happen, which should titillate some Jet fans. They were together for 2 seasons, 2015 and 2016. In 2015, Derek Carr set a career high, which, by the way, still stands to this day, 32 touchdown passes, 13 picks, threw for 3,900 yards and completed 61% of his passes. So very nice. And then in 2016, Bill Musgrave and Derek Carr were together again. 63% of his passes completed, 3,900 yards, 28 touchdowns to 6 picks. I mean, that's a phenomenal ratio. So when these two have been together, they've cooked. And by all accounts, apparently, Bill Musgrave and Derek Carr remain very close to this day. Derek Carr potentially would consider coming out of retirement for the right situation. He apparently has a love for Jet fans for a variety of reasons. And he's connected to Bill Musgrave. So there's a lot of connective tissue here. And I also want to say this, if I didn't say this at the beginning of the show. Folks, the options this offseason at quarterback stink. I'm not going to lie. They're not great. Okay? They're not great at all. I know some of you out there are going to be like, no, I don't want Derek Carr. I want a Lamborghini. And I'm going to be like, well, sorry, pal. We don't have any Lambos available. So we got to, pick from the options that are available. So, Derek Carr is an option that has a clear connection to a new member of our coaching staff. So, it's got to be up for consideration. All right? I'll put away that trade package for now. Again, that was from the Saints Wire. It's a Saints package, so factor that into price. A little bit of bias there, perhaps. But that's the skinny on the Derek Carr situation. And I want to read some of your guys' comments. Matthias, I don't want Carr. Tank for Ty. Ty is the Lambo. That is funny, Ty Simpson. That's hilarious. Yes. Nanki Boko. He'll be 35 to begin the season. Yes, that is true. Age-wise. Derek is, 34. He turns 35 at the end of March. That is factual. Can confirm. Yes. Let's go through some more of your comments. Maximo says, wait till Saints cut Carr, saves them money. True, but then you're competing with the rest of the league. Which again, maybe Derek just wants to come here, and maybe that's the best option. You give up no assets, so it's definitely up for consideration, Maximo, for sure. Not a bad choice. Naga says, I don't want Carr. There you go. Leave that car parked, he says. MFC, if Carr threw for 4,000 yards and 28 touchdowns like Rodgers did, I'd take it. Yeah, he didn't quite throw for 4,000 yards, but I get your point. MFC. He threw for 3,800 and change or something. Yeah, we've only had one 4,000-yard pass in our history, and it was the first man to ever do it on planet Earth. 1967, Joe Namath. God rest everything that he brought to this organization. So, yeah, I mean, 4K. But to your point, though, 4K and 28 touchdowns, we haven't seen some of those numbers in a long time, if not ever. Especially the 32 touchdowns. We don't have a quarterback that's ever thrown for 32 touchdowns in a season in our history. So, now, again, that was a decade ago, but still. Taylor Sterling says Carr should ask for his release. By all accounts, apparently Carr did right by the Saints. He could have. So apparently last year he had a chance to do the surgery, and if he did the surgery, he would have been out for the year, but he would have collected $30 million or something in a paycheck. And he says, "I don't want to just sit and take your money," is what he said verbatim, quite frankly, last year. And the Saints let him keep a $10 million signing bonus. So they let him keep a little money. He obviously let them keep a lot of money. So it was an amicable parting of ways, by all accounts. So they could do him a solid, Taylor. They could do him a solid. Good morning to everyone here in the chat. The Reaper says, don't give no damn fourth rounder. I don't want to, by the way. I want to make that clear. I'm not giving a 4 for Carr. Now, if we're in the 5 territory, okay, it's a little bit more realistic for me. Greg Rallo says, Carr will be another Aaron Rodgers story. Oh, is he going to win a Super Bowl? Oh, great. Although you may be talking about Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. Yeah. MFC is willing to throw in Justin Fields and AG. Okay, I'll let him know. Shout out to Jigga, member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Good morning, Boy Green. Good to see you in here, Jigga. MFC says, shouldn't he work out for teams before they consider signing him if you're still talking about Derek Carr? I know every time in the chat, some people talk about other things. Yeah, obviously that would all be figured out. Derek Carr would have to complete a physical to complete any trade or signing for that matter. So that would be a part of any deal. Davis Mills is not being traded. He just got signed. And after what we just saw from CJ Stroud, I doubt they're going to be getting rid of the Davis Mills package anytime soon. That would surprise me. Nagi Boko, serious question, Russell Wilson or Carr, which, by the way, sort of speaks to where we're at. I'd pick Carr over Russell Wilson, to be honest. But, you know, we will rally around whoever. I won't speak for everyone, I guess, but I will rally around whoever it is. If it's Russell Wilson, it's Mr. Unlimited. And I will try to speak that into existence. The Wilson to Wilson connection, you know, Russell to Garrett. I will try to speak that into existence. I'd probably prefer Carr, but, you know, I don't know. Hennessy Heisman, member of the Boy Green Coffee Club as well. Appreciate you. Only 8% of day 3 picks are successful. The Jets need to work on the other 92% first. Yes, that's good math there. Yeah. Craig says, Craig Mechanics, another member of the Boy Green Coffee and Espresso Clubs, is better than being used by Cousins. So, all right. Interesting. Yes. Alon says it's very quiet on the Tanner McKee front. Yeah, again, technically we're a month away from the new league year opening up. It'll be a month from today at 4:00 is when the new league year opens. So that's when trades can officially go down. So yeah, I'm not surprised it's been quiet on the Tanner McKee front. Trades can't happen yet, but they could be announced now for later. That's for sure. Yes. Tank for Ty says we shouldn't trade for anyone. Kirk will become available, but will Kirk want us? Again, I think our biggest competition for Kirk Cousins is the Minnesota Vikings. Going home, he knows that coaching staff. That'll be a hard thing to compete with. And you don't want to be Cousins again, right? He picked Vikings over us once. He could definitely do it again. Mark Shachetti. Appreciate you, Mark, always being one of the first people in the chat. Carr would be an excellent preach quarterback when we grow our quarterback in the future. Could be a bridge guy for sure. Yeah. Yep. He could be. Yeah, he's a man of faith. He seems to be a stand-up guy from everything I hear. So, sure. NC Green says, if Carr was healthy, I'd give a 6th, and only if it's a manageable contract. Yes, that would have to obviously be recalibrated, but I'd be curious what a contract would look like for him. So, long story short, folks, and thank you for all the comments. You guys can keep those coming. Keep interacting with the poll. Let's see what the poll people say. It's 60-40 right now, basically, that you guys would be for Derek Carr. Yes, better than the other options available. All right, I'll keep an eye on the poll, and we'll keep looking at that. I appreciate it. Yeah, for me, again, I saw a lot of people when the rumors were just around last week. A lot of people dismissed Carr like, no way. That'd be stupid for the Jets. And I'm like, we're not in any position to just brush away options. And I've said that all offseason. So I'm probably boring you guys with that same company line, but I'm not willing to brush around any options aside, Derek Carr included. We need to evaluate them all. We need to evaluate trades. We need to evaluate free agency. We need to evaluate everything on the table. Shout out to my man, DNY for life, baby. Devin gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's go. That's what I'm freaking talking about, baby. That's 8 raffle tickets for you, my good sir, for our raffle this month. Let's see who that membership just went to. That went to Benjamin Weinstein. You are now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to my pop's favorite shipmate, Devin, aka DNY for life. Keep those raffle tickets flowing, baby, here on the program. Appreciate it. Let's go. You guys can gift if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that little money sign, final choice, gift channel memberships, give some super chats, some super stickers perhaps, or buy your own Boy Green Coffee Club membership. And again, later this month, folks, if you don't want to miss it, make sure that you are around for the Boy Green Espresso Club. We're going to have another private meeting later this month. Only Boy Green Espresso Club members will be allowed. If you guys would like to upgrade your membership, if you are a member right now, you can jump over to the Boy Green Espresso Club to be a part of those private meetings at the end of the month. Our first one, which was last month, was 4 hours long. I mean, we talked about crime drama, Jets, career, baby making. I mean, good Lord. We covered a lot of topics. So if you want to be a part of the next Espresso Club private conversation, folks, make sure you sign up right now. If you're not any member right now, well, you can just click the button and join the Boy Green Espresso Club, which is $5.99 a month, or you guys can upgrade your membership as well. And if for some reason it doesn't work for some of you in the audience, you are allowed to cancel your membership, then reapply as an Espresso Club member. So make sure you guys take full advantage of that option. I'm looking forward to that later today. Yes, more memberships raining from the high heavens, baby. It's our number one Austrian Jets fan. Talking about Austrian, that is what the hell I'm talking about. That membership just went to Josh Ellis. You are now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to our number one Austrian Jet fan, who is now up to 33 raffle tickets, baby. 33 raffle tickets. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Way to go, Austrian. Way to keep killing it, buddy. And thank you for all your support here on the channel. Yes, sir. Lego. Appreciate it. Thank you, Austrian. Folks, I want to get a little bit of a rant in here, if I can. I've given this similar rant before, so excuse me, but it just has come to my attention that I need to address this. I need to address this, folks. I just can't not address it anymore. Okay. I know there are some of you in the audience. There are some of you among us who do not believe in AG. I know you're out there. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. This show is a champion of different opinions. I'm fine if you're for AG, if you're against AG. If you didn't like the hire initially or you don't like it now because he sucked in year one, all opinions are welcome here on the show. All opinions are welcome. However, there's something I must highlight here on the program. There are some of us, perhaps in this audience, I know I'm about to highlight a certain individual, one of my favorite people on the planet, that didn't like the AG hire initially, and no matter what he does, well, I don't like it, so screw that guy. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Kirk Cousins, you like that? I don't like that, actually. I don't. So I want to throw this up on the screen. Michael Nania. Okay. So the Jets announced their offensive hires yesterday. Bill Musgrave, the whole list. We could go through the whole list later. But the big one is Bill Musgrave. He's the quarterback's coach. And Michael Nanny of Jets X Factor, okay, he posted this yesterday. And it just pissed me off, quite frankly. So I want to go on this rant here on the show. Michael Nania says, I'm really confused by the reaction of the Jets' hires. Recognizable names are generating hype despite no tangible results to justify it. In my opinion, this Jets staff is very weak and was poorly handled the past month. I'll be very surprised if they're not starting over in a year. So he tweets this out in response to the Jets announcing their coaching staff. And to me, can we put, I'll use the line from draft day. Can we give some gosh darn reverence to the name of Aaron Glenn? Now, okay, he stunk in year one. Obviously, 3-14 was not good. I'm not saying that it was. But the fact of the matter is that AG has made some quality hires this offseason. You don't just have to hate everything that AG does. You don't have to do that, okay? But people just refuse to acknowledge and give any praise when it's warranted here. Folks, you guys complained in the audience, okay? You complained that AG's coaches sucked last year and he should get rid of them. What does AG do? AG gets rid of them. How do people respond? Oh, wow. Way to fire your entire coaching staff, loser. I'm like, what? You just told them to fire him. Okay. Now he fires the people that people wanted fired. Now he hires new people. Like, for instance, let's make a comparison here. The Jets fired Charles London. Charles London stunk. He's a former college running back that was wearing a mask as a quarterback's coach. He was clearly terrible. The Jets hired Bill Musgrave. For those who don't know about Bill Musgrave, here's just a quick history lesson. He was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys back in 1991. He was a quarterback back in the 4th round. He won a Super Bowl as a backup with the 49ers. Okay, he was around the league for like a little less than a decade as a player, and then he got into coaching. 27 of his 29 years in coaching has been either as a quarterback's coach or an offensive coordinator. So this is not just something he just sort of figured out 5 years ago, a la Charles London. So Bill Musgrave has been around forever. And yet this is a lame hire. This is a weak hire. That's just not what I'm understanding. That's what's getting confusing to me. It feels like narratives. It feels like we have somebody that didn't want AG to be hired because they didn't want it to be a first-time coach. They didn't want it to be a defensive guy, and that's what it was. And that went against what Michael and some other people in our audience didn't like. And now they're forcing that narrative. They want Aaron Glenn to fail, so in a year from now, they could say, see, I was right. Blah, 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 blah. Here, I'm right on my soapbox. And I don't want people to be right or not right. I want us to win. I want us to turn it around. And it is clear as day that Aaron Glenn is not getting fired here on February 11th. So can we move the hell on, for God's sakes? Are we just going to every move that Aaron Glenn makes sucks? Now, there are going to be some moves that he makes that I don't agree with. That's going to happen. But like when he makes a quality move, can we say, okay, respect, man? Like Bill Musgrave? Okay. Frank Reich? Like, okay. Is this just, if you hire young guys, they're like, inexperienced, they suck. You hire older guys, they're old and out of touch. No matter what he does, everyone's just going to say it sucks, even if it does or doesn't. That's the thing that's rubbing me the wrong way. That's the thing that's grinding my gears. That's the thing I don't understand. Is that no matter what this man does, everyone just says it's terrible. And instead of just complaining every second of every day, can we please, I have a suggestion, please, to the audience, for once, can we just talk about solutions instead of just pointing out problems? It's easy to be negative. You suck. It's easy to be negative. You. Point. Blame. What about talking about solutions? Oh, this stinks, but here's how they can. Oh, wow, the Jets are missing this on their roster. Can we talk about, the draft? Here's some solutions to fix the problems. Oh, here's free agency. Here's some solutions for the potential problems. That's what I'm asking out to the universe. So to the Michael Nanias of the world, for God's sakes, man, take a smoke break. Take a walk. Everything that AG does is not terrible. Again, was AG awful in year one? Of course. They're 3-14. I'm not blind. I wear glasses, but I'm not that blind. Of course it was not good. But 3-14 is over. Now we're moving on to the next season. We're trying to truck forward here. Aaron Glenn clearly isn't getting fired anymore. So can we just breathe? That's all I'm asking. Can we just breathe? There's so many people like this out in the universe, and it's like, how do you live your life? Like, God, like everything is negative. Like everything, this stinks, this terrible, this everything. Like, golly, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. And I don't know why we can't talk about solutions. I don't understand. I don't know why we can't talk about solutions. I don't know why we can't talk about how when AG makes a good hire, we could just pat him on the back and say, good hire, respect, right? Even if you didn't like the guy, you could give respect. Charles London stays. Oh, AG's a loser for hiring this guy. And by the way, I want to make this clear. AG deserves blame for having to replace all these coaches because he hired them. Of course, that's more blame to go on AG. But he also deserves credit for replacing them. It would, if for all these people that call AG this arrogant bastard, it would have been very easy for him to say, hey, fuck you people in the audience. You thought you were mad at the initial coaching staff I hired? I'm going to keep them. Stop this. I'm going to run it back. He could have easily done that. He didn't. He replaced them. And to me, replace them with better guys. Hey, Yo Holmes can say something good about AG every once in a while. Look, Carl Dunbar was a good hire. Thank you, Yo Holmes. Thank you for embracing exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you. I knew you had it in you. That's a spirit. So, Carl Dunbar, again, just as an example, universally praised for the most part. Some other people were complaining about it on social media. I'm like, okay, all right, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Like, again, when he does something that is respectful, can we give a tip of the cap? That's all I'm asking. Everything doesn't have to be terrible. And I hate how so many Jet fans have written off 2026. I want to make this perfectly clear. I fucking refuse. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to bend my arm. You're not going to force me. And so many Jet fans are trying to bully other Jet fans and say, next year's going to suck. And if you don't think so, then you're a loser and an idiot. Why can't we have hope? Everyone, the offseason has officially started. Everyone is 0-0. Why can't we have hope? Why do I have to just accept the fact that next year's going to suck? We don't even know who our quarterback is. Well, the free agency hasn't happened. The draft hasn't happened. But we're just destined to stink. I have to look at 2027. I can't look at 2026. I can't enjoy it at all. Like, get the hell out of here, man. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. So don't try to bully me. Don't try to force me into something. No. If that's how you want to fan, God bless, dude. Enjoy it. That sounds like a miserable life. But if you want to start tanking in February, then blessed be he. Good for you. I'm going to try to rally and enjoy the off season and putting all this together and have some good times. That's what I want to do. But I just hate. It's all over social media. Incredibly negative. A cesspool of disgusting, I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. So many people have written off this year. And some of them have written it off because they don't like AG. So they just want AG to hurry up and get fired so we can just go to the inevitable reality, apparently, of us just hiring new coaches next year. Is that possible? Of course it's possible. Yes. If AG stinks, that's going to happen. But I just really, I just don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Sam, I am. I don't. And it infuriated me yesterday because I saw it over and over and over again. Complaints about this offensive staff that the Jets have put together, which, by the way, here you go. We'll throw it up here on the screen. I think I still have the image. Yeah, here it is. Here's the Jets offensive staff. Okay. And we'll put it up on the screen here in just a second. Here it is. Okay. Here's the full Jets offensive staff. I think this group has a great combination of old people and young people. Upside and experience. Seth Ryan, it's a cool nostalgic story, of course. And Ben Johnson gave him praise. If he's good enough for Ben Johnson, do you think he's good enough for us? I think so. So Seth Ryan, that's a fun one. Okay. But of course, Debbie Downers in the universe are going to destroy this. Bill Musgrave, massive upgrade over Charles London. Is anyone going to debate that? Is anyone going to question that? Seriously? Okay. And then you have a bunch of Stanford people in here. Yeah, Frank Reich's controlling the staff. Of course he has Stanford people in here. That's where he just was. Come on, man. So, to me, it's everything is TBD, of course. We have to see how it all plays out. But, like, good Lord. It's tough. Anywho, rant over. Boop. Maybe the rant will come back on phone calls, but, like, come on, man. It's just like so many people are just all in their feels. And the sight of AG, like it's a Rorschach test. They're seeing AG and everything in their life and just, this sucks. Like, good Lord, man. Okay. This is our team. Jets, green and white. Let's hope they turn it around. Don't we want wins, right? We just clinched our 10th straight losing season. That friggin' sucks, right? We haven't talked about a winning product in a long, long time. A long time. Like, let's show some love. Well, let me answer a few more comments and I'll go to the phone lines. Greg Rallo says, did we re-sign at Folk yet? By the way, folks, resign and re-sign. We just need a hyphen in there, Greg. So drop that because they have very two different meanings. Resign means to quit. Resign means to stay. So just grammar police over here. But no, on the Nick Folk story, we didn't talk about it on the show, but we talked about it on YouTube. Nick Folk, so in December, Rich Samiti reported that Nick Folk was considering retirement. And, 41, he's old. Like, that makes sense. Spend time with his family. But Zach Rosenblatt wrote this week that Nick Folk, I don't have the specific wording in front of me. Let me make sure I get it. I don't want to misrepresent what was said on Nick Folk. Here, wait 1 second. Here it is. I have it here. It's from Zach Rosenblatt in a story this week. He says, quote, by all accounts, Folk is not ready to retire. So, by all accounts. So great news there that if he's not ready to retire, then of course I would love him back. Greg, and that's okay. I forgive you. But no, so Nick Folk, obviously the only thing of him not coming back would have been him retiring. So if he wants to come back, of course we want him. Not only is it nostalgia, it's effectiveness. Nick Folk for the third straight year and the National Football League led the league in field goal conversion rate. I've got the numbers still here. Last year, 96.6% conversion rate, number one in the NFL. 2024, 95.5% conversion rate, number one in the NFL. 2023, 96.7% conversion rate, number one in the NFL. Nick Folk has been the best kicker in the National Football League 3 years running. Why wouldn't you want that guy? And so, yes, I'm all for bringing Nick Folk back. The numbers speak for themselves. All right, a couple more comments here, then we'll go to the phone line. So, yes, let's bring Nick Folk back. NC Green. BG, stay positive. Love the attitude. Thank you, NC Green. Thank you. Donald, where is Frank Reich? I don't have a tracking of his ankle monitor, but I believe that one Jets drive. We have the combine coming up here in 2 weeks. Let's go to Gator McCluskey. I get the need for hope and optimism, but you oversimplify the feelings of a fan base that has this history of losing. When is enough enough? And Glenn's attitude from day one did him no favor. Sure, there's no question that Aaron Glenn's brashness, and saying like, we're built for this shit and all this other stuff, and this is how it's going to be done. And coaching, there was a clear arrogance. I'm not going to lie, there was a clear arrogance to AG. And I think a lot of us are like, oh, all right, you better make sure you're on your P's and Q's. And then you deliver this kind of season, and that hurt a lot of Jet fans, for sure. There's no question. And we have lost a lot. That's not, now this isn't AG's fault. We're on a 15-year playoff drought. 14 of those 15 seasons are not his fault. We clinched our 10th losing season. 9 of those 10 losing seasons are not his fault. So fans are in their feels about it. But I think it's a destructive mentality to just assume everyone is going to suck forever. So I think there are too many fans that didn't want AG because, again, he was a first-year coach and a defensive coach. And people want to be right more than they want the Jets to win. Too many people, quite frankly, want Aaron Glenn to fail, so in a year from now, they can pound their chest and say, boom, I was right, he sucks, listen to me more. And I think more people need to come together and say, okay, AG had a rough first year, no doubt about it. How can we fix it? Let's let's do shows about solutions. Let's do more mock draft shows. Let's do free agency prediction shows. Let's talk about how the Jets are here and we can get them to here. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to point fingers. It's easy to say this team stinks. I can come up with a million statistics to say the Jets suck. There's all kinds of numbers. winning percentage, losing seasons, playoff drought, longest playoff drought in franchise history, longest active playoff drought in the NFL to this day. There's all kinds of stats I could say that say they suck. But if you just take a step back and say, okay, yeah, terrible, but solution possibilities. Let's talk about those. That's what I want to talk about as a positive fan. I don't want to keep reaming the fact. Like, again, this is sort of the whole point. There have been a lot of people that just go, Aaron Glenn sucks, Aaron Glenn sucks, Aaron Glenn sucks, Aaron Glenn sucks. AG should be fired. AG should be fired. Okay, well, he's not going to be fired. So now what? Are we just going to keep doing shows about it? Oh, boy. Yeah, he hasn't been fired, but he should be fired. Yeah. Or let's go, okay, well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. What are the Jets' needs? Let's sort of calibrate those. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. What's their cap space situation? Boom, 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 boom. Here's their draft picks. Boom, 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 boom. And then we start going, oh, well, okay. Well, if the Jets do this, this could fix this problem. If they do this, it can fix this problem. That's what I'm saying. That's the bulk of what I'm saying, basically. In layman's terms, that's basically the gist. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to speak into the universe. Gator McCluskey says, or maybe hope and optimism guys are tired of looking stupid year after year. So if the hope and optimism people are sick of looking stupid, so they say, you know what, I'm going to be negative. And then when the negative is right, I pat myself on the back. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure I understand. What does being negative accomplish? What does that accomplish? Being right? And then what do you get? A cookie at the end of the rainbow? For anyone that says AG should have been fired this year, and we fast forward this year, and let's say he stinks, and then he does get fired. Do you get like a cookie? Do you get like a $5 off coupon to your local movie theater? Like, what happens if you're right, if that Aaron Glenn sucks? I'm not talking about you, Gator. I'm just talking to the universe of people that say AG sucks. That's what do you get if you're right? The spoiler alert is nothing. So, like, I don't understand bringing the negative energy. You don't control the situation. I don't control whether AG is the coach or not. But what I can control is how I react and respond to it. And I'm choosing to try to look at the glass half full. But, that's me. All right, let's do this. Let's open up the phone line so we can hear more of your conversations live here on the show. Quick hep time out. More of your phone calls next right here on Boy Green Daily. Guys, make sure you guys like the video. Hit subscribe. We have over 128 people. 130. Wow, the numbers are jumping as we're talking live here on YouTube. Make sure you guys like the video. We'll be right back after this.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Moron! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Yeah. Nice. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go!
That's the spirit, baby. Let's friggin' go. I am Paul Lesnar Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily as we continue the show here. This is a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Whoa, mama, we have a seismic super chat that will dive into the deep end with the scuba gear into the phone calls. We have Trackhawks ATL dropping a $20 super chat. Whoa, mama.
Wow.
Oh, wow is right. All right, let's go to our buddy here with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Aaron Glenn's attitude is needed. We are the laughing stock of the NFL, and I'm tired of it. Get those boys out of here from the other regimes and jet the fuck up. All you complainers could not have played organized sports. There you go. A direct attack. F4 on your battleship. Someone just got struck on this. Yeah, I mean, it's a fine line, right? Between confidence and arrogance, brashness, and this or that. And when it works and you're winning, it's like, whoa, look at the cut of this guy's jib, when we're having those kind of conversations. And when it's losing, they're like, look at this jerk. So again, it's ultimately like anything in life. It's about winning. Winning changes. What's the antidote? Win. That's the antidote. It's not some secret formula. It's winning bleeping games. That's how things change. That's how narratives change. That's how careers change. That's how seasons change. Win the damn game. Which again brings me to the point of the offseason. How can we win? What do we have to do to win? Who do we have to sign? Who do we have to trade for? What has to happen? Let's talk about it. Let's vet it out. Let's do it on the show. I mean, we do the show every day, for God's sake, so we should have plenty of time and opportunity to talk about this stuff. And I agree with you, Trackhawks. I'm sick of the Jets being the last and stuff. Like, Jesus, every year they're the third team of the Super Bowl. Do you know how many times I should have counted it? I guess I was too busy eating wings. But how many times did they mention the Jets in the Super Bowl? Oh, Sam Darnold. Yeah, he was once on the Jets, of course. That was terrible. But now he's in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. And there's just all kinds of random shots throughout the entire time. Like, the Patriots are here. Oh, they beat the Jets twice. That was great. Oh, the Jets are terrible. I didn't hear the Super Bowl. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? So yes, the Jets were mentioned quite frequently. So I would love nothing more than for us to turn it around and have that kind of activity. That would be great. And yes, to Harrison Phillips' point, which is a sort of subtext to what Trackhawks ATL is saying, get the people out of here that aren't the right people here in the building. Get the funk out and turn it around. That's the key, Trackhawks ATL. Absolutely. You get the complainers out, not just the fans. Fans can fan however they want, but the guys on the team. AG is going to have the right temperature of like understanding, all right, who are the guys we can live without and who are the guys we can't? Who do we have to rally around? Let's cut out the cancer. Cancer is such a harsh word. I don't like using that word very often. So whatever that is, remove the negative energy, the negative, aura around the team. If there are people that have that negative, same old Jets, like, okay, then maybe remove those people from the equation. Maybe that will help here. Trackhawks ATL, thank you so much for the massive super chat here on the show. Again, plenty of raffle tickets to go around, and we'll put that down for you here on the sheet. So thank you kindly, good sir. Let's add 6 raffle tickets to your total. I appreciate it, Trackhawks. Thank you so much for sending that along. Appreciate that. Well put together there. Very eloquently said. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's go to the phone lines. First up, it's up.
Hey, Paul. Hey, fellas. I started looking, researching Frank Reich, and I see that he has a balanced attack. He pretty much is 50-50 on run pass. And the Ryan, the guy from the coach, I forgot his name, or the coach from the Chicago who's just it was the new head coach, Chicago.
Oh, Ben Johnson?
Yeah. Ben Johnson said about Ryan, he said that he was responsible for a lot of the elaborate passing plays, like the trick plays and the elaborate plays, and he gave him his flowers for that. So that's kind of interesting. Like you said, the blend of the old and the new. I think, and Frank Wright, he's not a real stubborn guy either. He doesn't come across like, he seems to be, he's not my way or the highway. He seems to be an intelligent guy, and he seems to be open to suggestions. That's a good sign,
Yeah. 100%.
So, as far as what we got to do is to win, I think me and you are on board on this. Let's just score points, dude.
Yes.
Score points.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep winning, even losing 13-3 or that. I'd rather go out on the score like 33-29 or whatever it is.
It is torture sitting through. Like we had it twice last season, back-to-back weeks. I think it was week 6 and week 7, and it was just the opponent scored 13 points. You have to win that game 30,000 times out of 10. There is no flipping way that a team should score 13 points. We're like, insurmountable lead. Like, what?
Yeah.
No, come on, man. So 100%. I want friggin' points. And if we go down, like, again, you get a great boxing match and they're trading blows. There's like 3 minutes left. They look at each other. We're going to start swinging. They're just, trading haymakers. And if we get caught with a haymaker, we come crashing down to the surface on a 35-30 shootout, then so be it. I have chosen my destiny. Let's go. But that's a lot more exciting and titillating than these 13-6 losses where it is a snail's pace. You're like, gee, can something happen here, man? So 100%. Oh, yeah.
I tell you, and losing those games just sucks the soul right out of you. Like, it's like, the whole week is like, I feel tired all week.
Right, I know. And then you're just like, oh, maybe next week will be better. And then that happened back-to-back weeks. Like, dear Lord. Like, you know what? God bless Jet fans, man. That the play-by-play for those games. Good Lord. I mean, for God's sake. So, I mean, unbelievable. So, yes, let's get an infusion of offense. And that's the thing that, again, excites me about Frank is that, like, man, he has had multiple top 10 offenses in his history. And that's exciting. I'm not top 10 would be great if that's promised, but like, you know, we've been like 31, 32, 31, 32. Give me 20, give it 19, maybe. I don't know, but
it's
something.
Crazy.
Yeah. Geez.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, Hep. Thank you so much. So yeah, you know, give me some offense, titillate me a little bit. Let's get sexy. I mean, good Lord. Yeah. Let's trade some blows in a fight. You know, let's trade some haymakers. Let's do it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That would be exciting. That'd be excellent. That'd be, you know, revving the engine. Hennessy Heisman says, can you imagine the Jets scoring points? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's been so long. I can't remember, like, when they were consistently putting up 20, 25, 30 points a game. That would be marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Yeah. Again, so I'm with, again, there's a lot of conversations you can have about, the Jets should go defense, the Jets should go offense. And it's hard to complain. If they go defense, I'm like, they just had this god-awful defense last year. Totally makes sense. So I would understand if they go in that direction. But, boy, would I love offense. Boy, would that be super exciting to, you know, get in that way. That would be a lot of fun, for sure. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. Today is Yep, it's Wednesday. I looked at my wrist. It has no watch on it. My watch is still plugged in. But nonetheless, I know what time it is. It is Chef Kevin Gilbert time, baby.
BG, what's up, man? How you feeling?
Chef. I'm feeling much better now that our presence has been welcomed by Chef Kevin Gilbert. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
My man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Coffee Club members, man. #1 Austrian Jet fan. You know, keep doing your thing. Get healthy and right, man. Boy, Johnny Boy, Indy Jets, you know, thinking about you. Keep going, my brothers, man.
For sure.
So BB, man, you seemed like you woke up today and chose violence, man.
Quite. Yeah. But just some people are just, it's just frustrating. Like, I don't know how people, you know, I only know me. I'm only in my body. I don't take, you know, I'm not a ghost. I'm not jumping between other people's bodies, seeing how their lives are. But to me, I just can't understand walking through with that sort of negative, everything sucks, this sucks, that sucks. Like, Jesus, like I'd be afraid that I might jump in front of a moving car in traffic if that was my mind 24/7, for God's sake. So yes, seeing that all the time on social media is like, it doesn't make me want to leave social media. Like, I'm not going to run from it, but I'm just like, damn. Like, people, it is, you know, it is the sun is shining. We woke up this morning. Like, let's breathe a little life.
The thing though, too, man, like, it don't matter what it is, there's still gonna be haters anyway. Sure. You know, the hated there in the comments stuff, you know, in the live chats too. Like, there's you can't dodge this stuff. The negativity you can't dodge. And when you're rooting for a team like who we root for, you know, it's gonna happen, man. And then there's gonna be stuff within the fan base as well. Like, for myself, man, for this season, somebody, you know, who pays and goes to these games, dude, it's one of the most frustrating seasons I've ever seen. Like, and to go to this and to spend the money and be in the elements and all that kind of stuff, like, dude, it's frustrating, man. And then, you know, I got people saying, yo, you leaving early? Like, yeah, I'm getting the F up out of here, man. Like, y'all want to stay and see this? Dude, the games ain't even close. So, you know, it's tough, man. But, you know, I got you every day, any day over Nania. You know, you're definitely my my spirit animal when it, you know, when it comes to that good stuff, man.
Nice.
just know like it's gonna be here. And even for myself,
Yeah.
like I feel myself at times like, you know, getting frustrated with this stuff, man. We got a coach that, he had a lot of bark in the beginning, and then that was it. He just, faded away. And, it's one of those things where if you can't back up your talk, you're gonna look funny, man.
For
No,
sure.
people gonna lose credibility. And that's where we were at, man. We were at that level where historically inept season, man. It's just like awful what we was watching at. And he said it at the end of the season. He literally said it. At this point, it's what are we going to keep saying? He sucks. He sucks. There's no football being played right now. So I think a lot of that stuff is kind of like, it's a little redundant at this point. Just saying that he sucks. Like, he got rid of the coaches. Now let's see what he can do with this new staff. I feel a little bit better knowing that he's gonna be doing the calls. I spoke to you and Jets Worldwide this past Super Bowl Sunday about that stuff where, I feel a little bit better. Just a little bit. I'm not all the way bought in, like, yeah, this is gonna be the season and all that, but just knowing like, all right, he's making some changes, where we can feel a little bit better. Rex Ryan's son, I think it's Seth. I had no idea he was even coaching in the league. So, I like the name. I like the tree. I just don't know how much he was involved in wherever he came from, just to be honest, man. But I do like, the direction, at least. What Hep said about Frank Wright's basically splitting the run and the pass. Like, I didn't know that, but I thought that was, pretty good to see, where it's not just all like what AG said in the beginning of the year, where it's just all going to be running. We're going to run. And then, we couldn't establish a run, and then we was basically just throwing it. And that's like, didn't help out our cause at all, man. Like, and then, we want to score points, but we got to make stops, and we got to be put in good field position. And that's on defense, man. That's on defense. And when we're at the position where we're at, and we're looking at a draft where it's heavy defense, you go and get that difference maker, man.
Oh yeah.
Whether I'm a Bane dude, you get somebody who could set that edge, who could make a difference, strong. I don't care about no arm stuff. Look at McDonald; he got long ass arms. What does that do?
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
there's no perfect person, but you got to look at that motor, man. You got to look at the intangibles and people who make a difference. You want somebody who's going to force turnovers, man. We didn't have that, man. We didn't have no turnovers last year.
Not a lot, no.
Just a handful.
Yeah.
But if you could, dude, if we can get in good field position, that helps. That helps the offense, man.
Of course.
Carnell Tate, do I want him? Yeah, at number 2, he ain't no Megatron, man.
No.
Megatron's number 2. Like, you go for that.
True.
Tate, maybe 6, 7, something like that, for a team who's like really in need of a wide receiver, because he's not going to come in and just be explosive off the bat. Like, I don't see that. Garrett Wilson, we got him at 10.
Yeah.
So I just try to think of that stuff and try to evaluate and see, like, what's the best thing for us. Obviously, it's this is sports talk, man. We just talk. They the higher ups with the Jets, front office, they ain't listening to us on and wavering on what they want to do. They're just thinking what can be best for them in their situation. We just hope that they make the right sound decisions to better our team, so we don't keep seeing this, this stuff on the field. And yeah, AG wasn't the head coach for the last 15, 16 years, but I think he was in the front office, right? He was a scout.
Yeah, from if I remember, let me pull it up and see if it's on his bio. It was like 2010 to 2012, somewhere in that range.
Okay,
he
so
came back as a
just got out of
scout.
that. Okay.
Yeah. So he was.
He's clear, but then it's like, all right, he was here for the one season, but it was the worst out of all these 15, 16 seasons. So be done with that. Be done with that stuff, man. Whatever excuses, whatever finger pointing you want to do, that's it. There ain't no more finger pointing with the regime and the players that they had and the players that they brought in and all these that's it, man. I don't want to hear the talk. I don't want to hear the talk from the players about the last regime and this and that, bad central. I don't care. I don't care, because guess what? They're not on the field. Y'all are on the field.
Yeah, right.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna make excuses why you're missing tackles, saying, "Oh, it was the other regime." It's all silly. Silly talk, man. Like, Like, stop, yo, we grown ass men.
Mm.
Don't point no fingers, man. Food comes out at the restaurant bad. What I'm gonna say? Oh, it's somebody else. Nah, I'm the executive chef here. Yo, stuff
Accountability.
is messed up. Whether I'm here or not, it's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I attack it seriously, man. And then when we mess up, yo, my bad. Yo, let's figure this out. Get you something different. You know, recook whatever. You know, give you gift cards. Yo, just we got to make sure you happy when you leave, man. Got to make sure you're happy when you leave. That don't happen when we go to the Jets games, man. We see some BS. We leave the stadium. We don't get no refunds. We don't get nothing else. We get maybe a towel or something. Like
Right.
we don't get nothing, man.
No.
But yo, this way, yo, the vibes going in, man.
Yeah.
I have that feeling, man. We could get all that talk and stuff back, like feeling good once we start nailing some of these free agents, man. The quarterback talk with Carr, like, dude, it's a tough one, man. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude hasn't been playing, but you know, it's still something, man. It's better than Brady Cook.
Right.
You know,
that's true. Yeah, you know.
It ain't really saying much, but yo, it's something.
That's also
right?
true. Yeah.
It's something, man.
Right.
And then it's like Tyrod, you know, he wants to come back, but yo, he got hurt in the training camp.
He did immediately, like as soon as it started. Yeah, not good. He had to have knee surgery.
He put on his shoulder pads and was out for a week.
Which is a bad sign. Bad sign. Yeah.
We need people that are gonna play and who want to be here. Just don't come here for a paycheck, man. Just because, you know, we like what I say, we grossly overpay. Like, yo, get some people who are dogs, man.
Damn
people
straight.
who want to make an impact in this game. Play with some pride, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want, man.
Of course.
We gotta see this. You gotta feel it. If you don't feel, if you seeing some negative stuff and all, yo, make the moves, man. Ship these people out of here. That's it. Get people who want to buy into the system, buy into what you're saying, and play hard. Yo, play hard. Turnovers, yo, let's get some turnovers. Let's get some touchdowns. I'm tired of the talk. Ain't nobody want wins in the Super Bowl more than us, more than the fans. I'll tell you that. Nobody.
So badly. Yeah.
Nobody. I think Glenn does, but you know, the talking gets him, you know, wrapped up in some stupid stuff. You know, with the media. If he does a less talking and less talking with his chest and all that, and just being like, you know what, we messed up. We're gonna make some adjustments. I got a plan, and say what the you know, give us a little bit, give us some crumbs with the plan. Don't just say the plan's the plan. Trust me, bro. Like, you know, say something to get us bought in. Yo, it's us. You gotta buy us in. F everybody else, man.
Get
the whole league. Nah, F all them. Yo, it's us. Yeah. We gotta buy in. If you lose us, then who you got? You get games like what we had against Pats. Half the stadium empty, and 90% of the people in attendance were Pats fans. That's what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
I believe it's gonna be better.
Yeah.
That's it. We got too much.
It'll be hard to be worse.
Too many resources, man. We got too much stuff to use with the free agent money and these picks, man. Just don't spend no picks getting Carr, man. A fourth? Yo, you gotta be kidding me, man.
That's way too expensive for me. Yeah.
There was a fourth and a sixth.
Yeah, that was again. It's a Saints writer that said that, so factor that in for his bias. But yeah, I'm not for that. I'm for potentially Carr because he had a lot of success with Bill Musgrave, and our quarterback options suck. I'm for that result, but the path to get there, don't love that particular path. Is there another path? That's what I want to sort of figure out.
I'm with you, man. I know you got other people on the call, man. You know, I appreciate you, doing what you do, man. You know, at the end of the day, I know you ride for that green, man. You know, we got your back. You already know that. Appreciate you, man.
There he is, Chef Kevin Gilbert, the Cloverleaf Tavern. And I see this comment immediately, so I want to make sure Chef sees it from James Kennedy here. I was happy after the Cowboys game. You guys made it an awesome time. Can't wait until this year. We are running it back, baby. You run it back. Yes, we're going to do that tailgate again, baby. So, James, it was awesome having you there, and everybody else there was a terrific, spectacular experience. You know, I'll be honest, man. I don't think I've said this anywhere, but I was just so nervous because I wanted to go well. I wasn't nervous about Chef. I knew he had it on lock. Food was going to be on lock. Lou B, like his part, it was unlocked. It was me, my stuff. Like I want to make sure I had all my P's and Q's ready. Woody, who was there, who had all the drinks popping, ready to go. I want to make it an even better experience for you guys this year. Thank you to the 60 plus Jet fans that came to our first tailgate. That was awesome. We're doing it again. If you're just hearing about this for the first time, folks, here's the skinny. Myself and James Woody, who, if you guys watch my Tuesday, Thursday afternoon show, I do a show with him every Tuesday and Thursday. We will be co-hosting a tailgate party for a Jets home game this year. Again, the schedule doesn't come out to the middle of May, but I've already put the group deposit down from the Jets to make sure we get the best possible prices and all that other jazz. And the longer I'm doing it with the Jets, the more perks and stuff hopefully we could get in the future. Excuse me. So I can't wait for that as we continue to do this. So yes, folks, again, my only advice, and I'll give this several times whenever this is brought up in the comment section, save your shekels, people. It'll cost a couple $100 per person. Last year was $300. Hopefully it's that price again. We'll see. It always depends on the opponent and all these other factors that I don't know at this point. But last year was $300, so have around $300 ready. And as soon as we open the doors, which will probably be the second or third week of May when we know officially what we have, as soon as you guys are ready, the spots are going to go quick. So if you guys want to be a part of this tailgate this year, just make sure you save up your shekels for that event. And then once we announce it, we'll start collecting money and locking in spots, and it'll be first come, first serve. We're going to have Chef Kevin Gilbert back catering all the food at the tailgate. We'll have Lou B, Super Jets fan, and his lovely DJ team and the B Sprinter there. And me and Woody will cook up games, gizmos, gadgets, a lot of fun stuff. And hopefully we can make even more upgrades and do even more cool stuff than we did before. It was so cool putting so many handles like at James Kennedy to meeting James Kennedy, and meeting other people in the audience. Going from handles that we see every day to their faces in person was a wild experience. So that was pretty cool. People that call into the show, people that don't call into the show. It was cool all the same. Man, awesome experience. So, folks, we're going to be running that tailgate back. It's going to be an absolutely splendid time this year. So, folks, just be ready when you're going to be ready, which, again, will be coming up there in May. So May, we'll have more details. That's when the NFL schedule drops. And before the NFL schedule drops, I talked to the Jets, and you guys will also see this in Discord if you're a Discord member. We'll vote on games and preferences you guys have. Again, the other note is our game should be somewhere within the first 6-7 weeks of the season. It'll be somewhere in September or October. That's our plan for whenever that game is. Now, it's obviously subject a little bit to the Jets schedule. I don't know who they're playing and when they're playing. If they have an international game, there's been some rumors they could go to Spain. So that would take away a game potentially. Although I think that's a road game this year for whatever that Spain game is. But the point is that there's a lot of different combinations. I don't know exactly when the home games will be and when they won't be. But yes, we're aiming for somewhere in that first 6-7 weeks of the season. So hopefully we'll get to meet a bunch more of you guys for that, which I'm super excited about. So, yeah, boy, this chat is going off today, which is a good time. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Again, we have over a couple hundred people in the room, including over 100 on YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that like button on YouTube. Let's do a quick discount double check here on the likes on the video. That is a free way to contribute. So no matter what your financial situation is, hit that like button. We have 53 likes, over 100 people in the room. Come on now. Hit that like button, baby. Also, I see that we're only a couple subscribers away from 8,370 subscribers. So make sure you guys jump on that train as we continue to get closer and closer to 10,000 subscribers as we grow the Boy Green Army. We're only a couple away, so people, keep that train rolling as well. Let's jump to the phone lines. We have Mr. Famous Fulton.
Hold on. Morning, Paul.
Oh, top of the morning to you, good sir.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Look at this avatar. What's going on here? Tell me what's going on in this picture.
We're out for Valentine's party tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Okay, congratulations. Yep. Nice. That looks like a festive good time.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, cool. What happens at this Valentine's party?
Well, for the day program tomorrow, I'm going with my music therapy today. Cool. Doing a karaoke Valentine's party.
Oh, wow. So what songs do you sing?
In Castleton. Not sure yet. I haven't thought of anything yet.
But is it like Valentine's Day songs like about love and things of that nature?
Something like that. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, nice. Do you want to give us a little number right now?
I could try.
Sure. All right, give it a whirl.
University. Okay. I'm trying to think of one.
Yeah, whatever you want. It's up to you.
Well, you done me, you bet I felt it. I'm trying to beat you. You're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool down, run out and again, and then my best is the same kind of time. The band of vengeance. I'm trying to get my turn to win and learn some, but I won't hesitate no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
Love that song. I've heard that in the car on the radio. That's a jam. I like that one. That's a good one, Mr. Famous Fulton. Sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. I was wondering, I know you said about the tailgate, and my cousin Tom sent me some like spices and everything.
Oh, okay. Up, you're on mute, Mr. Famous Fulton. Well, did we lose Mr. Famous Fulton?
I'm here.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you have a cousin and he has spices?
Yep.
Okay.
He does the Happy Pappy.
Wait,
these are the
Happy
Pappy pepper powder.
Happy pepper powder. Okay.
Yes. This one is the not so hot pepper powder, and then the other one is the extreme hot pepper powder.
Oh wow.
You could probably use some at the tailgate if you guys want to.
Sure, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
My cousin Tom has a Facebook page, and maybe you can see if you can get him to send it to you or anything.
Cool.
So
that'd be great. Happy Pappy powder. Wait, Happy Pappy.
Yes.
Wait. Say it one more time.
Okay. It's Happy Pappy powder.
Oh, Happy Pappy pepper powder.
Pepper powder. Sorry.
Happy Pappy pepper powder. Happy Pappy pepper powder. Happy Pappy pepper powder. Happy Pappy pepper powder. Okay, I got it.
Yep.
Happy Pappy pepper powder. Now I got it. Right. I was a little tongue twisted there for a second. Now I got it.
You're fine.
Yes. Oh, great. Oh, wow. That'd be a lovely addition. Happy Pappy pepper powder. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Well, thanks for showing us the Happy Pappy pepper powder there, Mr. Famous Fulton. I appreciate
You're welcome. And make sure you find him on Facebook so he can send you some
Happy Pappy pepper powder. Right,
yes.
Of course. Mr. Famous Fulton, do you have a favorite Happy Pappy pepper powder?
Well, I tried them on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
The favorite of mine is the not so hot pepper powder.
The not so hot Happy Pappy pepper powder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But
What kind of food can you put the Happy Pappy pepper powder on?
Let's see. You can put let's see here.
Yeah,
you can put it on chicken.
Ooh, Happy pepper powder on chicken. That sounds good. All right, what else?
And then you could put it on like a hamburger or something. Like
ooh, you could put Happy Pappy pepper powder on hamburgers?
You could.
Whoa. Ooh, that sounds delicious. All right, what else?
What else, Mom? I know. What else, Mom? What else do you put on there? You could put it on let's see. Probably spaghetti, I think.
Ooh, spaghetti. Happy Pappy pepper powder on spaghetti. All right, that's okay. All right. Okay.
Let me see.
What about like eggs? I'm a boiled eggs guy. Could you put Happy Pappy pepper powder on eggs?
You could. Yeah, you could. All
right.
Put eggs
what about
on
popcorn? Could you put Happy Pappy pepper powder on popcorn, or would that be a no-go?
You can if it's not spicy or anything.
Oh, right. Of course. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to look more up on this, Mr. Famous Fulton. Thanks for putting Happy Pappy Pepper Powder on my radar. I'm very much appreciative of that.
Yep, and thanks to my cousin Tom who
Big
gave
shout out.
the pepper powder for me, and he'll be on my show coming up soon, so maybe it can come up.
What, to promote the Happy Pappy Pepper Powder?
Yep.
Wow.
You sure will.
Okay. What YouTube channel is it?
It's the Mr. Fulton Moraz. It's the new one.
Are you gonna put Famous back on there? Because it has to be Mr. Famous Fulton for Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. That would only make sense.
Yes. Yep. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
All right, beautiful. So thank you for, again, the knowledge of Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. Hopefully, people are talking about it in the comment section. Hopefully that creates a little bit of buzz for Happy Pappy Pepper Powder for the fan base. That'd be great.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Famous Fulton. Happy Pappy Pepper Powder has now entered the proverbial octagon, baby. So make sure you guys look that up again. Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. One more time. That's Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. Okay, you can look it up on Facebook, perhaps, maybe with a Google search. Just type in Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. Maybe it'll pop right up. You saw the little bit of the branding, the imaging there for Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. And let's try to see if we could get some Happy Pappy Pepper Powder at the tailgate. That'd be great. I don't know if Chef Kevin Gilbert has ever used Happy Pappy Pepper Powder, but I mean, it could be a new addition. EZ was going to bring something for sure to the tailgate. I'm not sure if it was Happy Pappy Pepper Powder, but he could have certainly brought it. I'll see if I can find it online and see if that's something. I'll just bring it as an option if Chef Kevin Gilbert wants to use the Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. But if he doesn't want to use the Happy Pappy Pepper Powder, absolutely no problem with it whatsoever, because he's the chef. So I'm not going to sort of infiltrate, but I'll present it as an option if Happy Pappy Pepper Powder is something that he'd want to sort of ponder or pontificate on or consider, discuss perhaps. So Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. Fascinating. All right, anywho, let's answer a few more of your questions here now that we've gotten through our Happy Pappy Pepper Powder phase here on the channel. Here we go. Before we sign off, we'll be back live in 2 hours at 11 o'clock for some more activity here on the program. Yo Holmes says, Happy Pappy Pepper Powder sounds dope. Okay. Yo Holmes jumping on the Happy Pappy Pepper Powder action. That's very nice. So shout out to you as well. Absolutely terrific. So if anyone else is interested, yes. M. Vallette says Happy Pappy Pepper Powder is AG football. Okay, so it's on the rebound. Nice. Okay, M. Vallette. Way to spin it positively. That's a very nice job by you on Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. That's for sure. Okay, great. Chef Kevin Gilbert has chimed in. Let's get a super chat here on the program from the one and only Chef Kevin Gilbert. Here we go.
Wow.
Damn, so sorry, Mr. Famous Fulton. Chef Kevin Gilbert says, I ain't messing with no powder, so no Happy Pappy Pepper Powder for Chef. Which is, it's his octagon. He's allowed to make those decisions on whether he wants Happy Pappy Pepper Powder or does not want Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. That's up to him. But that means more Happy Pappy Pepper Powder for everyone else in the universe. So that's great. More to share in terms of Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. So thank you very much, Chef Kevin Gilbert. Appreciate this. We'll add this to your super chat totals here on the program to get you some raffle ticket action here on the show. Hell, maybe one of these times on one of these raffle giveaways, we do a Happy Pappy Pepper Powder giveaway. What if we incorporate that into the giveaway? We could certainly do that. That could be very possible on the next tailgate, giveaway, perhaps. We'll look some of that up. So again, thank you everybody as well for that. All right, let's go to the phone lines here. Let's go back to the phone lines here on the program. And we have a very special guest who I'm sure is a proponent of Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. It is someone that brings a certain spice to this show. There's no question about it. It is the one and only Philium has graced us with his presence. What's up, Philium?
First of all, I want to say I got my mug. I showed you a picture last time, but there you go.
Yeah, and, baby. Nice.
And along those lines,
hey, JWW, baby. Jets Worldwide. Oh, look at that. At Jets Worldwide on YouTube. Very nice. All one word, baby. Let's go. Good. Way to support all the Jets content creators out there in the universe, Philium. You're the man.
Well, thank you very much. And let me just say, happy Pappy Pepper Powder. I think we should put some in Alon's shorts. That's what I think.
Yes. I like that. I like that combination. A lot of uses for Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. There's no question about it. Yeah.
Right. So I've been waiting a while, letting things, with all the off-season chatter that takes place this time of year.
Sure.
Until free agency and the draft becomes a little more imminent, I'm just kind of hanging back. But
sure.
The last time that I called was actually right before the playoffs. And I suggested the reseeding thing that we had talked about a few times. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, just to rehash very quickly, it's a pretty simple premise. I'm not talking about starting all over. Mm-hmm. All I said was pretty simply, you leave everything exactly as it is. And once you determine those 7 teams, you reseed.
Yeah.
One Alon called in after me and said, I was overthinking, and also said, once in a while a crappy team wins a crappy division, get over it. Yeah. I tried to call back in, but you were wrapping up the show.
Oh, okay.
Bottom line is, first of all, if you look at the last 20 years, crappy teams win crappy divisions and make the playoffs with worse records than other teams like every year.
Sure.
So,
right. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. And, it was simple math. Like I said, I wasn't throwing the baby out with the bathwater and starting from scratch.
Right.
For a guy who spends about half of his waking hours pouring through every decision, every contract, every player, every draft pick, and finding a way to trash the Jets and come up with a reason why they're going to fuck it up, to say that I was overthinking is hysterical to me. It's hysterical. So I've been waiting a month to get that one out there, pal. There you go.
Well worth the wait. That's terrific.
Okay. Other than that, I want to give a shout to Indy. Keep plugging, pal. Hope to see you at the next tailgate. I hope to attend that one.
Yeah,
and
baby.
And BG, I put up a chat earlier, my membership chat that you missed. I just found it comical.
Here it is. Yeah, let's highlight this. I see. Okay, let's do it.
Wow.
And I just found it comical that, all right, so, I listen to the show every day.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes live, sometimes later, but,
sure.
I listened to it yesterday and, explaining the tag stuff and the contract stuff, it can be tedious.
Very much so, sure.
Sometimes you have to explain the same thing to the same people a lot. And, I honestly, I private messaged you yesterday, just so everybody knows. I said, I really admire the patience, because I'm a guy that, like, if I have to explain the same thing to the same person like 5 times, I get very aggravated. Okay. All right. So, and it was just funny to me that, like, after I complimented your patience yesterday, you came out today like, I'm sick of you assholes. I've had it. So I just thought that was kind of funny.
Once I earned my compliment, said, you know what, tip of the cap to you, sir, patience. I'm like, thank you. So now that that's been complimented, whoop, I can reset. I have a moment of opportunity here to strike while the iron's hot, and that was now about everyone out there in the universe. So I appreciate you providing me that opportunity, Phil.
So that's it. I know you were about to wrap it up. I just wanted to jump on real quick. And, I also saw your message after the show started. And we can talk about that. Absolutely. All right.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Philium.
Peace.
BG, I just complimented your patience yesterday and then today. Yes, a member for 19 months, by the way, Philium. Thank you so much for your service. That deserves an award. So thank you for your support here on the show. That is true. Yes. I was preached for patience yesterday of explaining franchise tags, because there's going to be times where it's Professor Esden up here and I'm teaching you guys, or some of you may already know, I'm sure. But franchise tags. Oh, there's an exclusive, there's a non-exclusive, there's a transition. Here's what the numbers are. Here's what the projected numbers mean. Here's how it works. Here's what you have to do. So yes, I do have to do that occasionally. And it is funny that as soon as Philium goes, you know what, patience, what a guy. And then, you know what, speaking of patience, screw patience, screw these people. Yeah, so that's exactly what happened. So That is accurate. I can confirm that did indeed happen. So yes, as Dirty Cooch says, why only 66 likes? Hit the like for our boy Green. Thank you. I appreciate that, Dirty Cooch. Yes, for folks out in the audience, obviously, I love when you guys can financially contribute. That helps me give more to the show. So, MFC gifting a membership, DIY gifting a membership, Austrian Jet Fan gifting a membership, Trackhawk CTO with a $20 super chat, Chef Kevin Gilbert, the $2 super chat. Those help me with the show because that's direct money to my family and can help support them. My fiance is a stay-at-home mom with our two beautiful children, and I love that she gets to raise them as opposed to them being in daycare. Not everyone has that opportunity. So old Papa over here's got to carry the load for supporting the family financially speaking. So every time when you guys decide to do that, by the way, it just means the world to me. Super chats, memberships, and stuff. Because that obviously you love what I'm doing, which I appreciate, and it helps support my family, which again strikes quite a chord with me. So I appreciate it. So that means a lot. But the free way anyone can contribute that watches the show, that appreciates the show, is by liking the video. It is free to do. And to be honest, make it a part of your routine. As soon as you come in, hit that like button. And if you didn't on the way in, make sure you do it on the way out. Not everyone can listen to the show. This show happens to be nearly an hour and a half, so not everyone gets a chance to listen to the full show from pillar to post. But I do hope that you make it a part of your routine. Feel free to say hello when you jump into the comment section to your neighbors and the rest of your community there. And it means the world. And also, like I said, subscribing is also another free thing to do. And like I said, we're only a few away from 8,370, baby, as we continue to blow it on up. And again, we're only a handful of them away. So I appreciate everyone who supported the show. And look at this. Some more memberships have rained in from the high heavens. NC Green, let's go. There we go, NC Green. That's another raffle ticket for you this month, my friend. I see we have another one, and then I'll read these new members out to the Gosh Darn Boy Green Coffee Club, baby. T-Town Jet jumping on the train. Here we go. From those draft chimes, baby. More raffle tickets coming through. Wait a second. That's not all. Our buddy Philium, FL Phil 98, jumps on the train. Let's go. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. That is the ticket. Philium gaining a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Thank you guys so much for supporting the program. It absolutely means the world. So let's frickin' go, baby. Let's frickin' go. Oh, yeah, that's excellent. All right, let's read all these new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club joining our audience here. All right, we've got... NC Green, yours went to Sean, MCG13, appreciate that. T-Town Jet, yours went to Adam778, appreciate that as well. Philium, yours went to Jordan Markley, you are now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. And yes, wait a second here. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Some more activity happening in the chat, including a super chat from our number one Austrian Jets fan. Baby, every time we hear a super chat, my daughter Zariah Luna chimes in. Let's go.
Wow.
A BG family super chat. Thank you guys in the audience. Baby, that's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you, Austrian. Thank you so much, good sir. That means the world. Thank you. Let's add that to your total of $5 Euro super chat, baby. On top of your other contributions this month. Absolutely marvelous. So thank you kindly, dear sir. There's now 35 raffle tickets for you in our contest and some loose change after that. So thank you, Austrian, for contributing here on the channel to the growing army. And yes, for those who don't know, my family came to the tailgate last year. I'd love for them to come again. Polly went to his first Jets game. Zariah Luna went to, I think that was her second Jets game. And then my beautiful fiance was there as well. So that was, oh man, that was awesome. So I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to do it again. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And again, one more shout out to our Mr. Famous Fulton and Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. 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 Happy Pappy Peppy Purr. Damn it. All right. That was my record. on the Happy Pappy Pepper Powder. I ran out of steam there. But nonetheless, Austrian, thank you. Mr. Famous Fulton, thank you. Philium, T-Town Jet. Let's go back through one more time and highlight everyone who gifted today. MFC, DNY for Life, Austrian Jet Fan, the Philium 19-month shout-out, Trackhawks ATL, Chef Kevin Gilbert, NC Green, T-Town Jet, Philium, and our number one Austrian Jet Fan, baby. Before we get out, let's look at the poll. Let's see if the poll's changed. Let me see on the Derek Carr question. Do you want Derek Carr as the QB1 for the New York Jets in 2026 fans? We had a ton of votes, hundreds of votes. Thank you guys so much. Yes, better than the other options, or no, that would be terrible. 70% of you said yes, better than the other options. So people want that car in drive, baby. Okay, some Derek Carr action. Are we going to get the Derek Carr connection that we would have gotten a few years ago, but we just get it delayed? Very, very interesting. All right, folks. Like the video, check out the article in the YouTube description down below. This is another way to help support me and my show. We put out a Heavy on Jets newsletter where you guys can get all my articles sent directly to your email if you guys want to support in that way. That's another way. Make some scratch. Feel free to do that. I try to get a lot of my articles here to Boy Green Daily, but with only 7 shows a week, believe it or not, I write 3 or 4 Jets articles every day. So not every article, unfortunately, gets to become a show. So feel free to check them all out. There's a few in the hopper that I want to sort of test drive. We'll see whenever we get the chance to be able to do so. So much Jets content is happening here in the streets. Thank you, everybody, so much for the support. Again, we're going to keep supporting our guy Sam Darnold back here at the beautiful Jersey, at least for a couple more days as he basks in his Super Bowl love. And again, I want to thank everyone out in the audience. We have some good things cooking. That's what Philium said, where he saw my private message. We have something very exciting cooking for you, Boy Green Coffee Club members, for you Jet fans, for you Espresso Club members out in the audience. So stay tuned for some exciting updates to come. Again, we'll take a quick timeout, and the timeout is me eating breakfast and doing some more Jets article work. And then we're back at 11 o'clock live, talking about the latest happenings in the NFL. And of course, all things New York Jets. We'll see you guys then. Take care, everybody. And again, on the way out, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. Shout out to Facebook viewers, shout out to Twitter viewers, and shout out to the audio replay listeners on YouTube and the audio only version. Peace out, everybody.